Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to Monster Train 2 warm-up runs. I've been thinking, after the past couple of not-so-good runs, about different uses for the clans and the Pyre hearts. I think I'm starting to see synergies and anti-synergies in the characters and in the cards and in the paths that I'm picking for the card upgrades and whatnot. But I'm seeing now how, with so many combinations of these three things, you're probably gonna want to select the clans and the Pyre heart for more consistent victories, because some of these just work very well, and some of them, like Proto Heart Cage, are literally garbage. Like, there's no reason why you would ever take this as opposed to one of the other ones. So I am thinking that perhaps we should select our clans as we play, but I still like randoming because I like learning about some of these interesting combinations and learning what works and doesn't work. And we are making progress in that regard. This is interesting. Oh no. Shardtail Queen, no imps, but Melting Remnant Reform? Dominion. I see that. Damage Shield and Pushback. Well, it's my first time playing as the lady in the Queen Imp lady as Monster Train 2. So we're gonna draft cards. Okay. At least we don't have to deal with the train stewards or her imps. But I would like, I think, to have the random reformation if we're dealing with Melting Remnant, but perhaps we can just build a solid thin run from the beginning. Regardless, this is what we have. So Pyre Chomper's energy, Branding Right is both damage that can kill anything with shields and armor. I think I like Branding Right as a card. The Consume Rage 5, it does degrade pretty quickly unless you build around the rage, but we don't have any multi-strikers, at least not right now. And the imps could enable some sort of like an infinite energy build with being able to play the imps and then get energy from them and eat them out of existence and then bring them back with reformation or molding or something like that. But why not just get more energy in the deck from other sources? You know, like put the room down that gives you energy on a kill and then you're off to the races. I don't feel like I understand the need for Pyre Chompers, unless you can somehow build around the energy gain. Like if I had energy conserved between turns, all of a sudden this thing is amazing. Hey, Villa Triton Mert, welcome to the stream. Hello. No hi? Hi. So let's give it a shot. Let's go a little bit weird. Wicked Blaze is targeted reformation with damage. I kind of like it. But if we don't have, well, actually we do have horn breaks, so we do have targeted piercing damage. We probably don't need a subsuming blade, even though it is a really nice damage dealer that will scale. Resin removal, remove debuffs and buffs. I mean, actually for Dominion, I think we just need this. We need units, we have units. Resolve Armor 6 or multi-strike Horned Warrior. If we don't have it yet, but if we build if we build into Reformation, Horned Warrior multi-strike is what we are going to be looking for. We get another combo pack of cards here. Lady of the Reformed helps your burnout units live longer, but the Wickless Baron is better damage and scaling, and the Harvest 5/5 is really strong. But a Paraffin Enforcer does kind of work with the lady. You put the lady down, you put the Enforcer down, all of a sudden everything with burnout gets more burnout, and you get rage on the burnout. I guess you can put the lady down, put a Purifying Cleanse on a unit in the back, and then you have a unit that is living and constantly hitting. But what's the point of giving burnout to a unit in the back? I guess Paraffin Enforcer to get rage on the burnout units behind him, but we don't have the capacity for that, I suppose. I'm a little bit more interested, I think, in the Wickless Baron, but we don't have any burnout. But we have no way of bringing back units anyways, so I guess we'll take a Witless Baron as a pseudo-functional tank. Extinguish triggering an additional time could go crazy. At the very least, does this also work on enemies? There are enemies that Extinguish give you corruption. I guess we could remove it. Summoning a random unit could completely ruin your run, but it can let you go over capacity. I think I'll take Extinguish. That seems a little bit more interesting. Add an imp to your hand, and they're cheaper. On action, kill imps, do damage to enemy units. Well, we don't have imps, so give me imps. Good harvest triggers for the Baron as well. Because her whole deal, by the way, is you play her, you play imps, and you get value from the imps. Perhaps the value is that she gets resolve trigger and more damage, perhaps, or not resolve trigger, rally trigger. Perhaps the benefit is you get free imps every turn. Perhaps the benefit is that you yeet the imps at the enemies. Blader says, my first Shardtail Queen in Monster Train 2 was randomized with Dominion, but it didn't give me Imp Parade as an option. Yeah, if you don't have imps in your deck, the other two options don't really work with her because this is the option that gives you imps if you don't have any, which is actually a pretty good option. As is. I think we will play a Horned Warrior down here. I think we will play our Wickless Baron. Well, she does 30, and down here we're going to be doing 30. I think we can play Wickless Baron here with her, and we should be able to kill the units in front pretty reliably. We just need to be able to murder this guy, the Fallen Champion, so that he can't... well, let's start here. We need to be able to murder this guy here so that we can keep scaling this Wickless Baron's harvest. We need him to have more health. But if we get imps every turn, that scales the harvest from Wickless Baron, so that's actually kind of fun. So we kill you. We might as well hit you. You're gonna move up and then die very easily. In fact, you'll die to the imp. I don't know if I like that. Deal 16 damage to the front enemy unit. Why such a strangely exact number? That's interesting. Now, Burnout I guess is a buff, technically. We learned something about Burnout the other day. We learned that with Burnout, if you can keep a unit alive with Reanimate and Burnout hits 0, it doesn't go away. It stays at 1, so the unit keeps dying every turn until it actually dies, which I think it should just get snuffed out, personally. But Resin Removal does not remove Burnout, because Burnout's a buff, technically. It used to be yellow, which is just generic status effect in Monster Train 1, so it's a little bit confusing. We're figuring it out. I think we want Pyre Chomper here to die. I think we definitely want to kill you. And you will move up and you will die up here. No one has status effects to worry about, so we will end turn. No one's even taken damage, so I don't need to heal anybody. You know, I will say with the Pyre of Dominion, you do... We didn't get the double extinguish trigger on enemies. I should really say your units then. I think we entered with 50 gold. Maybe we did, maybe we entered with 100? I don't remember. Anyways, at least with the Pyre of Dominion, we really do want to go to Merchant of Steel. We have lots of units that need upgrades. That's gonna be the #1 priority. So we will work on that. That was a free imp, which is gonna give us more scaling. Everything's dying up here, beautiful. I want things to die up here, so we will purge this, wound you. He is dying, and then the unit behind is dying. Perfect. This is a good time, I think, to just purify and cleanse, keep you living as long as possible. We can remove your rage. Seems like a very great thing to do. Now you're taking 150 damage. He gained some rage, but he's not making it through this floor. Playing Imp. You know what? Become even stronger. Excellent. So that worked pretty well. I mean, 50-50 on a Wickless Baron. They don't look that impressive, but they do scale right out the gate. As long as you can do enough damage. Tom, welcome! Are you winning, son? I hope so. So far, so good. I don't know if you want to play more Night Rain later, Tom, but I'll be here. Billitriton Mert says, summon random unit sounds like a terrible relic. Summoning 4 units on the middle floor was so much better. It's way worse now, unfortunately. Hidden Passage Ascend. I really like this. I think we're gonna want this to set up huge floors. Yes, I love Night Rain. Okay, great. So with an Ascend, we can combo that with a Descend or a Bomb to blow up and kill units. It'll do damage twice. There's some temptation there to immediately take this with Wax or Snuffer, but with Dripfall, we don't need to descend the Titan. I think because we can remove his rage, so even though he gains multi-strike, it's not really that bad. The Daze is always nice, but we have double bombs on Tomb units. We could take Entombed Explosive. It'll blow up, do 130 damage. It's not that, it's good early. It's gonna scale poorly, but it's good now. Let's go for it, I think. Go on, take the bomb, says username. I am taking the bomb. I am the bomb as well. Multi-strike and Smidge Stone. Those are really good. This is a very tough call because man, Paraffin Thug, multi-strike Smidge Stone. That's a great unit. Put it on the floor with Wickless Baron, 80 damage, lots of money gain potentially. Duplicate this unit, you have maybe not the best damage, but some damage output. And money gain, which is nice. If you put multi-strike and Smidge Stone on the Wickless Baron, he's a scaler. So he could end up doing 100 damage times 2 by the end of a fight, but it takes him a long time to scale up to that point. Multi-strike and Smidge Stone on a Horned Warrior makes him a 15 times 3, but we would have to kill him and bring him back, reform him in order to actually give him more damage. But we have literally no reformation in the deck, so I don't know if that's going to even happen. Makes him a good rage target, I will admit. But we also don't have rage. We will get rage with the Shard Tail Queen, and she can function as a tank after the second boss, because we'll also get other imps. So we can put her, Horned Warrior, Wickless Baron, all on the same floor, get rage, but we won't be able to stack up the floor because we won't be able to play imps on a floor that is over capacity with Ascend, overriding that capacity with other units on other floors. So do we want to just make a good Paraffin Thug for money now? It is a lot of cash early that we might be able to build into. It's a really tough call because we've got some really nice options. We already have a Paraffin Enforcer in the deck, so I'm gonna take the Paraffin Thug regardless. We could also just put a couple of cheap upgrades on Horned Warriors just to make them better. But a Horned Warrior with 15 times 3 could get better with Rage. If he dies, he can always come back. If we end up getting Reformation, it's not bad, but a Paraffin Thug 40 times 2 on Slay gain 30 gold. I am leaning towards Paraffin Thug. And then we have exactly enough money to make like one good Horned Warrior. Although we might want to put some health on a Wickless Baron just so that they can live for a couple of turns. I'd rather put it on the Horned Warrior, I think. So that's literally all of our money. Rip. But I think this will be worth a lot over the course of a run. At least I hope so. I think I might also play Wickless Baron on top floor and not play the imps. Even though the harvest triggers are nice, we want everything on the top floor to be getting all of the kills anyways. Anything else we play down here is just to weaken enemies. And you know, we don't even need Wickless Baron. We could put the Horned Warrior down for more kills. But he is a better tank, all things considered. I want him up here because we have enemies starting up here. That's why I want him up here. It's gonna be 3 of them. There's gonna be 4 of them and then 5 of them. 4 of them do 3 damage, so he will live with 3 HP and then he'll gain 20. So he'll have 23 HP for the second wave that does 15 damage. We only need to kill 1 unit. We have 2 cards in the game, or in our deck, that can target units. So yeah, I think we just do this. Even though we don't get value out of the shard, well, we don't even need to play her here. We can play another unit here. We can play the Horned Warrior here. We could play another Wickless Baron here. Yeah, actually, that seems real smart. SMRT smart, even. Let's put a Horned Warrior in the back, because he's real good. And he's not going to eat the kills from the Paraffin Thug. And then we can play Queen and a Wickless Baron. Yes. Even if he dies, I'm okay with that. Because really, we just need to weaken this guy. But I want you. Well, I don't need 5 of you to move up. We only need 3 of you to move up to get all of the kills. So hold up a second. If all we do here is kill you, now we're only getting 1 kill on this floor, not 2 kills on this floor. You know, it'll be fine. Let's do a little bit more damage here. Not gonna play the bomb. Just want units to make it up, and then me to kill them. So dump this, dump this. I can't kill the gold gremlin. Well, you son of a gun. Whatever, we're gonna get other kills up here at the very least. Let's play you. Remove all debuff effects from friendly units and buff effects from enemy units. No enemies have buff effects. We're at 90 gold. We could have done this getting way more kills. Funnily enough, we do that by playing fewer units. Honestly, why not? We have the time. Who needs money? I need money. Like, literally. Send me money. I still like this to kill everything that moves up, but we don't need to do so much damage to the enemies. So what I'm actually gonna do is play down here, and we're not gonna play anything on the middle floor. Because I want more units to be moving up, getting us more kills up here. So even the bomb, I don't want to go up. I want all 3 of these units to live, moving up. I can still kill I can still kill 2 from this floor. No, but I don't want that. I want them to move up and give the dude up there harvest. We can get 5 kills on the top floor. So we actually do want them all to move up. Okay, I'm figuring it out. I understand. I understand what we want, I think. What we want is basically to play nothing. I think that's correct. I think we don't play anything. I still wish I could kill you, but, you know, whatever. Okay, you're living. Nobody has buffs. Everything here is dying. Excellent. I can just weaken you a little bit. Get you out of my deck. He's scaling nicely. I should always I should probably play the heals on him if they show up. Could also ascend a unit behind them, which I guess there's really no reason not to. But now we are getting 2 kills with the Paraffin Thug, and we'll get 2 kills with the Paraffin Thug next turn. And we'll probably only get 1 kill from this floor, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, we're only gonna get the kill on the Acolyte, but still, we're getting more money than we were. I like that. I'm gonna burn you out. Let's see what happens. So, I guess we'll play you. There's no reason not to. Mr. Man's doing a pretty good job there. You're taking 26 damage. That's okay. That's all right. All right, all right, all right. Now you're taking 193 damage. You can get out of my deck. And then don't play anything. Still, we're doing a good job. We will get some burnout before the boss gets there. I'm not worried about the boss. Hopefully we get enough burnout. That's perfect. If you die, I'm happy. I can remove your damage shield. No one up here has any buffs or debuffs, but that's okay. I hope that he gets the kill. No, that's okay. We picked up 270 gold, didn't even kill the goblin. That's a lot of money. And so far, this is working pretty well. Fortify armor 8 is not a lot of armor. Deal damage to all enemy units is really nice on an imp, and a welder helper is nice too, but when we get the queen out at her level 3 upgrade, we get welder helper imps for free, unless they changed it. I do kind of like the imp getting a lot of wide kills. We're not gonna need the gold all the time. So having an option to kill weak units, I think, is nice. Because this is the Corruption Seraph, which units are that? And does this Seraph determine who you find on the fight before, like fight number 7? Like if you fight the Seraph that puts melee weakness on your units, does that mean on fight 7 you also fight those flying enemies that hit the pyre if you have no units on the floor? Is that kind of like how the fights are chosen? I don't know. I've not actually paid too much attention to specifically every unit that comes out on every single wave here. For now, I think I do like a Molting Imp. More units. Dude, Extinguished Stealth is crazy. More units I think is fine, especially early. And I think we still want Merchants of Steel because we have so many units that need upgrades. We get another unit, which we might not need. Could go to a Merchant of Arms, could get equipment. There's some good equipment in the game. There's some good rooms in the game. But I think we definitely want to find Dualism and Endless for the stealth unit. That pretty much wins the whole game for us. Well, it doesn't save us from needing more damage, because we're gonna need damage to fight the Titans, but it keeps our units alive permanently for like relentless purposes. So I do like coming over here. And we did get Endless at the very least. And we do have Deranged Brute and Alpha Fiend. Tough choices. We don't have multi-strike to give Alpha Fiend, but strike plus 15 is crazy. And Deranged Brute is nice. We will get Rage when we upgrade the Queen. She's gonna give us Rage Imps. So a couple of Paraffin Thugs, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can almost get like a Rage floor going on. In fact, we almost can get a Rage floor going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would need to make a tanky unit for the floor or put down the stealth unit on the floor with the units. I think we will go Deranged Brute. We have a lot of multi-strike in the deck. And we might go Capacity, then Capacity again. So Endless on the stealth is real nice. It's also real nice on the bomb. It's also real nice on the Molting Imp. It's also real nice on the Pyre Chomper. There's a lot of options here, is what I'm trying to say. But I think stealth is the big one, because you can stack up stealth constantly, and your units don't take any damage. So we can play him, play Rage Imp, and then all of a sudden we're scaling a Horned Warrior and we're scaling Paraffin Thug permanently with stealth and rage. So you're gonna get that. I don't think we need quick. It's not like we have a sweeper. You really do want a sweeper with quickness. I could start a Horned Warrior with rage. I could also start the Brute with rage. All of a sudden now he's gaining 50 damage. He'll be a 60 damage unit with rage coming out. That's not too bad. So let's re-roll. I don't think I want these. Even on the other Horned Warrior, I'd like to see if we can just buff him a little bit more. We pretty much got what we wanted. Burnout Endless Molten Encasement means that even if no enemies are attacking, it still dies. Another stack of multi-strike. Honestly, at this point, maybe on the Deranged Brute. Like, we could put it on the Horned Warrior, but we want him down, gaining value from the multi-strike. Right now, he's a 100 damage unit. That's crazy. Now, Smidge Stone, I kind of wish we had the opportunity to large stone him. That's fine. Whatever. But yeah, multi-strike on the Brute. He comes out doing, I guess it's 60 times 2 damage. And Rage will scale faster on all the units on the floor that he's on. So you want Deranged Brute, and then Paraffin Thug, and then a Molten Encasement, and then a Rage Imp. And that's your whole floor for now. And then as soon as we fight the boss, we get 2 capacity. We put a Horned Warrior down on the floor. Then we get another 2 attacks out, or we duplicate Paraffin Thug and we can put 2 more of him on the same floor. Either way, multi-strike on the Brute. That's solid. Large Stone, I will put Large Stone on maybe a Wickless Baron just to make him big and tanky. Because we have 2 of them. In fact, why not spend our money, buy the cheap upgrade. Why is it 15 here? We have 1 huge tank that scales. Spells get triple stack, magic power -4. Burnout 9. Did a Horn break, getting stronger every turn? Not terrible. Nothing costs more than 1. Okay, let's see. It's early is what I like about this. The curse is real annoying. We have to play it. We have energy. We have the energy imp. Freezing this, scaling it, if we need to kill something that busts through, we can. Because it also synergizes twice with magic power. It deals 5 damage twice. Every turn it's going to add plus 10 damage to it. It doesn't take too long before it can, hit for multiple hundreds. So I'm gonna take it slightly, a little bit more worried about energy after turn 1, but we'll make it work. Pushback is very annoying, but when we put up stealth, it's not gonna be a problem. Put the stealth on any floor. So we don't care about the rage right now, unfortunately, because we don't have rage imps. I think you still want the brute out. I think you still want Paraffin Thug out. You might want to put a tank in front of him. Like, it doesn't have to be Paraffin Thug. Like, until we get the stealth unit, we could just put down a Wickless Baron, and it's not that bad. Or even a Horned Warrior. I'm just worried to see what the boss is gonna do. Like, what floor does he attack on? The top? I don't know. I think he usually is on the top floor. Chris, welcome to the stream. Are we gonna play some Night Rain? You guys just tell me when. I'll be there. Well, when, as long as it's after this run of Monster Train. Could also put Paraffin Thug behind just a big old Wickless Baron. Right now, 30 minutes. 45 minutes. Okay, I think we should put a Deranged Brute Paraffin Thug on the middle. I'll put a Tanky Baron and a Horned Warrior up here for final killing. Champion can go at the bottom, and he does spawn at the top. It seems like he almost always spawns at the top. So he's gonna push, we're gonna knock ourselves around a little bit, but we can survive the next strike so we can get into a better order. She's just down here to weaken him, he's down here to get the kills, 40 times 2. Well, he is in the back, but that's okay. We'll deal. I'm not gonna worry about getting too much in the way of money. I would prefer to win. I could also ascend something up here, but I think that's not necessary. Because I have no way of pulling the Wickless Baron to the front. I'd have to let him hit us a whole bunch. So yeah, we will, I'm just gonna play you. And then end turn. I would still like to try to get money out of this, is the thing. But we have enough damage. So, I don't want you to push me around. A Horned Warrior does not prevent us from getting pushed around. 2 Imps does not prevent us from getting pushed around. If I wish I could kill you without using the Horn Break. That's the thing. I want to hold this in hand for as long as possible. If I play the Horn Break, I can prevent us from getting shifted around. That's no problem. I could always ascend Paraffin Thug next turn, and then, well, not next turn, I have to wait till we shuffle, but I could always ascend Paraffin Thug, or you know what, I could just play Wickless Baron on that floor. Yeah, that would work. That would work. So let's gain energy. Dump this. I have another Purifying Cleanse coming up. Sap it's annoying. Maybe we shouldn't stack up the sap, but he buffs his own damage with rage every time he strikes. It kind of works around the sap. I'll play it. And then I think I just want like a Horned Warrior to tank shots here and then die. And I want to save Horn Break. Well, the health in this guy's not going to matter too much. You know what, just play the Imp. Capacity is going to be something that we need at some point. That's why that's my first upgrade. Pre-impoted. Tom says, I have to eat dinner, maybe around 7 or so. You guys. We need to play this. We need to play this. We did get Molten Encasement. It costs energy, but if we luck into the tomb, units give you energy on death. We could just play this a whole bunch. So I guess we'd rather play this than the Wickless Baron. But here we can play an imp. Man, do we want energy? No, we want capacity first. Energy can happen second. We might not go capacity. Okay, we're getting pushed back, which is perfect. That's what we want. We're getting the kills here, which is perfect. That's what we want. We also have stealth 3. Oh, because extinguish triggers twice, it's not stealth 2, it's stealth 4. That's so good. We could put that on every floor. That's incredible. We're not, but we could put that on every floor. I'm very glad I took Pyre Chomper Imp, actually, because the energy will be important, it seems. It's incredible. It's goddamn incredible. So we are gonna get 30 gold. That's nice, that's nice. Kind of feel like playing you just to get out of my deck. It doesn't actually stop the amount of damage that we... No, it doesn't actually stop the amount of damage that we take, but it gets an imp out of my deck. By damage we take, I mean damage we deal. And by damage we deal, I mean money we gain. I can talk. We're only gonna get 1 kill from him here. Oh, the imp is gonna live for a long time now. How silly. I mean, at this point, I think this floor is gonna live. We could just ascend the champion. Or ascend Paraffin Enforcer. Start with this. Because 10 turns is gonna be more than enough to kill this guy. Let us ascend you. Try to keep you alive a little bit longer. We can dump this. We can play an imp still. I think we're gonna be just fine. Yeah, stealth 4 on that death of the tomb unit is gonna be incredible. I guess I don't want to kill you. I want to get the money from you next turn, so I will let my Paraffin Enforcer kill you. Trying to see what to play. I guess the answer is nothing. We don't need to play anything. Didn't get any money from that floor, unfortunately, but that's okay. Picked up 120. Oh, you only have stealth 2, which means you will die here. But you know what? That's okay. You're doing a good enough job. Hopefully we get the cash. Yes! All right, 180 gold gained from that, I think. Nice. Ah, the Transcendent. When played, repeat all summon effects triggered so far this battle. That is the best imp. For us, especially. That's a lot of rage. Double summon effects. Relic would be nice. I don't know if it's unlocked yet. Endless on this guy. We get a lot of energy out of him too. Apply armor to friendly units every turn. And harvest Wickless Tycoon. A lot of good options. Armor to every unit every turn is real nice, but if we have stealth, we don't need it, and we can dump corruption with the resin removal. And we can dump spikes with resin removal, so I don't think we need the armor every turn. The harvest is nice, but we're already getting gold from slaying if we can engineer it. It is a good way of getting gold from the imps, but we're going to be playing imps on her floor. And we want the rage imps on the deranged brute and his floor. We already have enough tanks. I mean, how many... Another thing to consider is how many pips of units do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We basically have 18 pips of units, but we want to try to cram them all onto 2 floors, so... I can always play you and ascend you, I suppose. Not onto the rage floor. Similarly with you. Yeah, I think I might skip, even though these are both good. The spikes is going to be so annoying, though. You're already dying if you hit one of the 7th floor bosses' big pillars, spike pillars. We do need armor to get around that. I mean, armor every turn is nice. All right, I decided. I'll take it. Relics, Merchant of Magic, Card Duplicator, Pyre remains. A heal would be nice. I think that if we are looking for magic, Hidden Passage being holdover, Hornbreak being holdover, then we can play it and still get it next turn. Hidden Passage, though, if we can keep ascending our units, then we can make one big floor of, you know, a Wickless Baron in front, and then everything behind him as like a final stage shot. The other floors are going to be multi-strikers, and we want room for an imp and a stealth boy. Otherwise, we don't even have too many spells. It's all unit focused, isn't it? Dude, Merchant of Trinkets is so tempting then, because if we play all of our units, then we're basically guaranteed to draw our spells every turn anyways. And if we Merchant of Trinkets and we get like double summon effect or anything like that, we're gonna be loving our run. But then I won't be able to duplicate the units that we have. Like, I can't duplicate Deranged Brute, and I can't duplicate Paraffin Thug. Duplicating Deranged Brute is awesome. But I'm coming here. Stealth on Summon and Slay, +3 per stack of stealth. So Shadow's Sheath by the seashore, we can stack it up. Feels like a why wouldn't you situation, but also Memorial Fund is a lot of money over the course of the run, but I'd like to re-roll and look for another good one of these. Because 135, 135, that's 270. 270 plus 75, that's almost 350. That's not enough to buy another relic. We'd have to buy re-roll. When's the stealth effector tombs? No. Oh yeah, well, okay, it would, but it wouldn't. It would because it wouldn't be the target of any attacks, but it burns out anyways. So on summon, it gets stealth, but then it blows up, and then applies stealth to everyone else. So there would be one turn of we couldn't put stealth on units, which doesn't matter too much because we're gonna have like some sort of a tank in front. But the +3 attack per stealth is scaling, but ideally we're gonna have rage for this purpose. You know what, actually, before we even look at this. Okay, we do get a fledgling imp. That's what we wanted. I wanted to check this to make sure we got a rage imp. So maybe I'll take Memorial Fund reroll. We could take more money. It's not bad. We don't have equipment, so I guess we'll take money. Still pretty early. Those were not the relics I was hoping for. We picked up money. We got a Dante. Get a Dante's candle? I don't think we want Dante. What's the other Dante upgrade? We took the relic, right? That made it so that the candles don't hurt your pyre for that much. What's the other option here? I can't remember, but I don't think we need Dante. Like, he's a great rage unit. He's a really good rage unit. But like, we have a lot of damage already. Ah, but he's Dante, right? Oh yeah, a damage dealing spell, which we already have. Christ, this is gonna be awkward. We're gonna have to go to another shop. You have to give him a lot of health. I'll take him. I don't think we need him though. But he is a good rage target, and we get the 2 blights already, right? Where are you? Now we have 4 blights already. Because we have this. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, what's done is done. Resolve Titan Skin shouldn't be a problem. Sap, honestly, shouldn't even be a problem. Now, I wonder if we should even play Dante right now. I don't think we need to. I think we're okay without him. We can save him for later and put him out as like a pinch hitter. I like that his class is Dante. So like, what if we... There's no spikes here. So we can build a big kill floor. Deranged Brute, Horned Warrior, Paraffin Thug. Let's play it on the top. I can kill him up there. The units that they play in the front are not going to be able to do a lot of damage. So we can weaken them as they move up. Probably. So it'll be... Maybe we kill him here. We'll get an imp by turn 2. And it helps protect us to get the money goblin if it spawns up here. Yeah, so it'd be like Horned Warrior. We want Paraffin Thug to be right behind Deranged Brute. And then, you know, what if we put the champion up here? Actually, I think we need the champion here to make the imps more playable. And they need to be played on the rage floor. So you know what? Yeah, we'll play, instead of Horned Warrior, it'll be champion Paraffin Thug, Deranged Brute. We can play Horned Warrior with this Baron up here. We don't even need to play Dante. We don't need his Blight cards right now. Although we only get the Relic, I think, once we get enough Blight cards in the deck. We might have enough in the deck, for all I know. I mean, 140 damage is not that much. How much do you blow up for? You blow up for 130. All right, let's do that. And then Steelworker needs to come out, I think, because I would like to get some armor going up here. They are the final chance. That is, everything has gone wrong. I still need to get some kills. So, give me the energy. Give me the rage. All right, we are not getting kills with Paraffin Thug, unfortunately. Next turn, we'll get some kills with Paraffin Thug. I guess I should have played him in the front, weirdly enough, because we are able to tank for him, and we're just waiting for the stealth card. I mean, honestly, I hate to do it. Well, no. I'm not gonna do it every time. I want to, but I won't. You come out here to die. We end our turn. I can kill you, thankfully. We got Pyre Chomper, Rage Imp. We can play this and this. I can kill you, and I can play a Paraffin Enforcer and have him die. We are getting 60 gold. This is nice. I like the run that we have here. I think we have way too many units. We didn't have a choice in all of the units that we were able to add early, though, but I liked adding units. But now we will have to, I think, really simmer on the number of units that we are adding and everything. I want the imp to die. It needs to go in front. Everything here is dying. Perfect. So I think you... just play this. I think you play this. End turn. We are gaining gold from having our units die, and that's kind of a function of this run. So again, the imp needs to go in the front. It needs to be killed first. Stacking up the rage. Nobody has buffs to remove. Don't really want to play a horn break, because I like how we're getting these kills. I should not rage the deranged brute next turn, because if I do that, we will... How many blight cards do I have in the deck? 1, 2, 3. It still thinks I have 4. That's very interesting. Anyways. I don't want him to get the kill on this minion. I don't want him to get the kill on this minion and hit this guy. I want him to get 2 kills, which is what would happen if we don't buff him. So we're not gonna buff him next turn. Enter. Dante, he's a weird one. We're not really playing him. There's a lot that we need to remove from this deck to make it faster to shuffle, for certain. Yeah, so 135 means it takes 2 hits to kill you, and then we're getting 2 kills with the Paraffin Thug. That's perfect. Can still play this. Can still play a minion down here. That's no problem. Wish we had more energy, but that's what Transcendent is for. It's actually going to show up right now, which is real funny. So here's unlimited energy and rage. And then dump it, you play the burnout. And we have 200 times 2, 200 times 2, 200 damage. That's not bad. 1,000 damage on the floor. We're gonna need more damage, I think, to kill some of the later game enemies, but, you know, this is the first fight where we've actually been able to set up the build, so it's kind of okay. You know what I should have done? Should have burned out one of these guys earlier. Killed him, gotten some money. Not get some kills, get some money. We ended with, like, it looked like it was 9 stacks of stealth, something like that. Maybe more. Wasn't paying attention. Don't need to pay attention. It was great. Important work. Sacrifice imp, gain an energy, draw a card. Actually incredible. Yeah, like actually incredible. And Votivary is not a bad one as well, because it will allow us, and we don't need Subsuming Blade anymore. It will allow us to gain money, and we actually draw 2 when it dies, so it more than pays for itself draw-wise. Interesting. Theoretically, with Votivary, you could go infinite with Waxer Snuffer. If we make... We need another way of drawing, I think? Or if we had 3 Votivaries, maybe we could do it. I'm trying to think. You play a Votivary, you kill it with Hornbreak, you draw 2 cards, which are Votivary and Hornbreak, the card that you just played. So it's not quite infinite. I'm thinking, like, if you could draw a Transcendent for energy and an important work, like if Transcendent was endless, and then you play Transcendent, important work it, you get a card draw out of it, but that just replaces the draw of the Transcendent, but you do get energy out of it. So draw 2 cards, draw 1 card. Nah, it's still not infinite. You'd need a, you know what you would need? You would need Greed. It's the Pyreborn card, where if you do 20 damage to all units on the floor, if you get a kill, you gain gold. So you could use that to kill more than one unit at a time. I think that's what we're missing. If we could find a way to kill 2 units of ours, then Votivary is endless. Like, infinite plays. Which is real funny. I honestly think we go Merchant of Trinkets again. We have so much cash, and I really want good trinkets. It says trinkets, but it's artifacts. It's a Merchant of Artifacts. We don't need magic power. We don't really need fragile, but restore health keeps units alive. You know, I kind of like this on maybe some of the squishy units that we play that might not be able to purge their corruption immediately. Just helps. It just helps a little bit. When you play a unit, random cards are reduced to 0 until played or discarded. That's also incredible. Infinite energy. Done. Energy per turn minus deployment energy. I want deployment energy. I don't want the totem. I'm going to reroll. We don't need the burnout stack bonus either. Demon units get multi-strike 1. Demon, demon, demon. Incredible. Rage does not decay. Pretty good. Room card from your deck, reduce its cost to 0. Presumably we'll add a room card at some point, so we should take that. Pyre health for an artifact. Please? At the start of turn, fully heal your champion. I'll collect it. I'm not doing that again though. That was not worth it for 30 health. We're gonna need that HP. That's the only thing that can ruin this run, is getting too greedy there. You could be worth a lot of money. We should play top floor here. The damage is not gonna matter. Yeah, this is definitely a top floor shenanigan. So I might not play any other units except to kill them. No, we should still play units to weaken them as they move up. But we do want the queen. You have another stack of multi-strike. You don't, but I still want to play you here. Then down here, maybe we'll do a Wickless Baron Horned Warrior. And we'll see how the first turn of combat looks. Yeah, that's fine. Wound them. Well, I mean, they heal when they move up anyways. Wounding them is not going to matter. I guess I just play my units to kill them. I guess I'm just gonna do that. I don't want to play Dante. I still don't want to play Dante. This is what we need, though. Transcendent can wait. We want a Pyre Chomper. Doesn't matter where we play it. Imp. I guess you can come out here. Again, we're not actually going to be... We're not looking to get the kill here. I don't want to get the kill on him. I want him to live, move up, and then die on my money floor. You I need to kill. I can't. That's annoying. Start with the imp. Six, 18 damage. We have to start actually with Paraffin Enforcer to keep him alive. Well, hold on, 18 damage? Now you're living. That made Paraffin Enforcer free, which will make the curse free. It's kind of hoping for the Calcified Ember, whatever. $120 gold. We want money. I wish I could have killed you. It's annoying that I seemingly can't, but that's okay. Rage Imp needs to be at the front. Molten Encasement needs to go behind. It'll burn out. Horned Warrior needs to be played, again, to die. And we can play another Imp. Perfect. This is going very well. I need the stealth unit to come out a little bit faster. It will also block Corruption on the Titan fight, which is fun. But if we play the stealth unit on multiple floors, we can actually block the Corruption damage. We can block the direct Pyre damage every turn, which is perfect. So a second one of them is nice. I would love the Tomb unit. Bomb, Relic, hasn't shown up yet for some reason. We can play the bomb. We don't have capacity for anything. Might as well just play the Imp then. If I don't have the capacity, I'll just play the Imp. And then everything else is fine. Units are not making it through the top floor. We were able to make a nice Rage build, and I'm glad we took that Rage unit. I forget what the other option of that floor was, but I'm glad we took the Rage unit. He's gonna be a little weak by the time he moves up. That's perfect. We're gonna kill him many times. Every reanimate that he has is gonna be worth 30 gold, potentially. In fact, the fun thing to do would be to kill my own Deranged Brute somehow, and just have this guy giving us 20 times 30 gold, 600 gold. Do I have any way of killing him? Yes, I do! Oh, that's fun. All right, but wait, there's more. Imp. Big Imp. Molten Encasement. I have no room. I need more room. He attacks twice per turn. We only need 10 stacks of stealth to kill this guy. How many do we have now? 9? We'll be there. We'll be there. Please make Calcified Ember free. You know what? Hold on. Yo, it would remove his reanimate. I don't want to do that, though. We got a 50-50. I just want to purge this. Whatever. Doing 120 damage. That's fine. There's another 60 gold. There's another 5 each. Okay. There's no way that you can make it past this floor. So, I want to murder my own units. It buys us so much extra cash. I would love to kill the queen as well. I'd rather kill the brute though, because that's a multi-striker, and then we're just gonna hit the reanimate 20 times. So, Imp. Molten Encasement. Well, we could also draw. What are we drawing? We're not gonna draw anything that actually enables us to do what I want to do. That's okay. Well, I can kill her with Burnout over 3 turns. And she is dying to Burnout, which is perfect. Kill you. Give us more stealth, which is also another 5 gold. And we're gaining so much money. We have 390 right now. That's gonna increase very quickly. All right, we have 940 gold. That's a 600 gold boss, plus an extra 400 from the trials. My lord. That is amazing. We are goddamn rich. He's such a fun boss. The reanimate sucks. It's really annoying if you can't deal with it. But if you play on the bottom, it's usually okay. But if you can work with it in some way, it counts as a slay. It counts as a, well, it counts as a slay, doesn't it? Good lord. It's incredible. Double armor. We don't build armor. We might, but we don't need it with molten encasement. In fact, we might not want to take the armor imp. We probably will, but let's see. And flame is a little expensive, and I think I'd rather just utilize like putting meat shield on the important units and cleansing corruption as quickly as possible. It's gonna be annoying for Dominion, but we should be okay with the stealth. I think we can skip these. Energy is a huge concern in this deck right now. Dazing is also tempting. I really like this card. This is it's another, think of Mortal Entrapment, think of the Daze as stealth, but you apply it to the enemy units instead of your units. That's why I like this card. It's real strong. I don't think we need it in this deck. Admittedly, it'll stun the dude hitting the Pyre, but then we don't get the spells added to our deck that allow us to do Pyre damage to the Titan. Entropy cannot be dazed. We could daze the guy moving up between floors. His loop will still activate, but his resolve won't. We could daze Seraph as they move up so we don't get the corruption. He'll still apply corruption even if we're stealth, that's the thing. So I still like the idea of this. We can just make it cheaper at a Merchant of Magic. And Daze 3. Daze 3 helps for a lot of annoying bosses. I just don't think we need it with the stealth that we have. That's the thing. To stop the corruption application, it is nice though. How much health does this guy have? 25? I don't think we're gonna need it. I don't think we're gonna need it. Now, Merchant of Units is still tempting because we, at some point, need to play Dante so we can get the benefit from Dante. We need to grab the candle. I think we need maybe 5 blight cards. It might also be related to how many candles you have in your deck, in which case, again, he might just be a late game rage play. You know, final boss, play him instead of Paraffin Thug. But he takes up more capacity. I do want to go to a Merchant of Magic though. We do need the Pyre health though. I want to do both. We don't need a Merchant of Magic. We can go units. Units are the important part. We need Endless. All right. I've convinced myself. Steward Quarter is tempting because we could play another unit on the top floor, or whatever floor wants to be the Rage floor. So we could play 2 imps. We could play Armor Imp and Rage Imp. We're not going to need them both though. So I do think of Meat Shield as being nice to keep, again, Deranged Brood alive when we're dealing with the corruption, or the Queen alive when we're dealing with the corruption being added by the boss constantly. It's not bad. Trickle health every turn helps if you hit a spike unit, you're not completely screwed. We're not dealing with train stewards, we literally have none. Dualism is a good play for the Molten Encasement. It would double the stealth, but obviously we don't have it. Armor 12 is fine. Would Dualism work with Transcendent? Would it double the rage gained from it? I don't know. Out of all of these units, I think that Steelworker is the one most likely to be doing things. So I'm okay making him tiny. We have infinite money. I'll spend my money. We're not gonna need the dualism as the thing. We have enough rage gain, especially if we make this thing endless. I'm curious to see if it works, though. And then what gets damage? Horned Warrior? Haven't even played you recently. Dante? No. Kinda glad I kept it, because we can rage him and multi-strike him, or quick him and rage him. He doesn't need another multi-strike. So we probably want to rage him and quick him. We probably don't need the quick. I still want gold, so maybe just multi-strike rage him? See, now he's a really good unit to have on big floor. And on the final boss, we could put Dante behind, or we could put Dante there instead of the champion. You know, theoretically, we don't need energy with Flicker's Liquor. I still think maybe we're just gonna go capacity, but I don't know. Mother of Zerg, welcome to the stream. How are you enjoying Night Rain? Also, the other game that you're apparently playing at the same time as Night Rain, you've got like an idler happening in the background in Steam. I know all, I can see it. I see everything. I see it all. Let's give Dante rage. Let's give Dante another multi-strike. He needs health. Yeah. I don't think we need any of this stuff. Burn out the Votavary, that way they actually die. And we'll start purging things that we don't need. There is a lot that we don't need. We do not need Purifying Cleanses. This is a wasted drop. We do not need Rage on Burnout units. We do not need... I don't think we need Molting Imp, but it's a one-time play. I do like having double resin removal. I think maybe we don't need the other Horned Warrior and maybe the Entombed Explosive. It's a good way of just putting it out there for damage. We don't need the other Horned Warrior, we're not playing him. And then can probably dump the other Wickless Baron. And we can probably dump the Pyre Chompers. I'll leave it there for now. We don't need the Pyre Chompers because when we play the imps from the Queen, we make cards in our hand free. She's gonna give us 2 imps per turn. So 2 cards in our hand are gonna be free. We don't need the energy. Giving damage shield and spell shield is annoying. This could be a bottom floor play. It'll probably be a bottom floor play. That way we can just hit more and hit harder. So do we want a Dante? Let's think. I would still like a Paraffin Thug. It'd be like... Well, we could play the imps on the floor and still make other cards free. Right now we have a Rage Imp that we're gonna be playing. That's not too bad. We don't need Dante at the bottom. I think we just stick with what we have. Maybe put the Queen in front to act as a pseudo tank, 20 HP. She can, yeah, she can probably live for 1 turn while we build up our imps. You know what? Yeah, because I still want the money. Well, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I want the rage on you. Okay, so you're in the front. Paraffin Thug behind you. Deranged Root at the back. And one day I'll play Dante. But I think for now, I might just go for like a little top floor protection. Because I think everything at the bottom is just gonna die anyways. I love drawing the imp immediately. Freaking useless! We don't have harvest triggers there, we have harvest trigger here. So there you go, imp. Don't need to put out a bomb, everything's dead. You're taking 12 damage. If I put down the bomb, it does block 5. Sorry, block 6 damage. I could also maybe ascend you out of the way, and then we don't take the other 6, but we're gonna start getting imps next turn. Should be fine. So you're gonna do 130, 60 kills you, 40 kills. Just trying to see if there's a way that I can get more than 1 kill with the Paraffin Thug. I don't think I'm getting more than 1 kill with the Paraffin Thug, so you know what? Enter. I could play the Transcendent, but I really want to make him endless if we can. Mother of Zerg says, Night Rain is really fun, especially with friends that know what they're doing. Randoms can be very stupid. That's why I play with only the best Night Rain players, such as Chris. Sorry, I vomited a little in my mouth. Alright, you're all dead. I'm never taking damage ever again. And the Votivary is going to give me infinite draw. Might as well play him up here and then scale the Weakless Baron. What else are we going to be doing? Hornbreak is still just kind of in our hand. So we have draw and energy by playing Votivary and the imps that we get. In fact, did I get the imps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My hand is so thick. And then we have important work that gives us energy and draw. So we are really building into this synergy that we have, and I love it. Votivary. Molten Encasement. This is the only floor where the stealth matters. Everything else, eat it. Horned Warrior, why not? Meat Shield. If anyone takes damage, I would like you to be healed. Out of everyone. No one has any buffs, no one has any debuffs. One day Dante will be played. He's there as the pinch hitter. He's there when I don't care about gold anymore. The thing is, I don't know exactly when to play him and where, because I still want to be able to put 2 units on this floor. Maybe we're gonna go capacity again. No, I don't think we need to do that. I think we'll be fine. We'll think about it. Right now, though, keep playing. You're attacking here. We do have a second meat shield. I guess we'll put that on you. You're the next most important unit. On this run! One day I'll play this Calcified Ember. It will happen. I guess we can ascend you. I mean, more scaling would be faster. If we play on the top floor, we'll have a little bit more time. The big thing is I'm gonna need more rage gain. I'm gonna need to be able to play that Transcendent, but I keep drawing it on turn 1, unfortunately. Very unfortunate. So this will give us energy. I think we play it now because we can dump. Well, I want to draw it when I also draw the Calcified Ember. So maybe we won't play it right now. Votivary can go out. Molten Encasement is always nice to have. Dump it. Dump it. Next turn, Imp. Next turn, maybe. We'll see. Lexmer says, it's always interesting to get a card in a normal run, only to unlock it when you finish the run. If you're doing dimensional portal challenges, I know you... Well, actually, I don't know for a fact if you get your... If you have access to all the cards on the dimensional portals. But definitely from events, I've picked up, like, Awoken's Rail Spike without having it unlocked, I think. That might have been a portal run, I don't know. Don't at me. Kill you? Play you? Oh my god. The damage is... The Molten Encasement's gonna have 200 damage from this. Dualism works! That's what's going on there. Hell yeah. Alright. I like it. You're just gonna burn out. And do 16 damage to the boss. Everything else is fine. You know, you have rage? No, you don't. So I still, by the way, I still like the idea that we have a tank for other floors so that when we hit Titan, we don't care about Relentless. We can split the Molten Encasement between floors to make sure that we are not gaining Pyre damage. Okay, please make this free. Okay, I think I can guaranteed make it free. Hold on. Play you. You made the imp free before I played it. It was 0. Oh my god. I hate you. Finally, get out of here. You know what? We have enough. Well, I'm not gonna play any spells next turn. You might as well play this just to have it be killed. I could have played them both. Whatever. Get out of here. It was a fully normal run. Then again, it might have been the Richard Garfield box that gave it to me. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Because I think that's right. That sounds right. God damn it, Richard Garfield and your box. Stop giving me the Richard Garfield box, Richard Garfield. All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3,000 damage per turn set up here. That's nice. We're actually not killing you though on turn 1 because each hit for 465 is hitting a holy cherub. I still don't want to play Dante. Maybe I should, because if I play Dante and I get the item that prevents the Pyre damage from hitting as hard, that would be really nice. But I don't want the candle. I mean, I really like the run. I don't want to mess with it. 800 gold, beautiful. So it was like 550 that we picked up. A second Transcendent helps a lot. Double Extinguished Formless Child is fun, but we don't care about what it brings back. We don't care about the imps. Although, cardless cards don't go to the discard pile. It could bring back 2 Transcendents. I'd rather just add 1, because I don't have 2. I have 1. Now I have 2. Transcendent can bring back Pyre Chomper. We don't need capacity. We need energy. Think we want Merchant of Magic. Again, there's a Celestial Alcove. Duplicator would be nice. We don't need anything duplicated. I want holdovers. I want better energy reserves. And here is the question. Do we take 2 imps? I think we do. I think I still like the idea of playing an imp for 1 and then getting a free card in hand. We can play that. That's not a problem. It's a good way also of eating up the corruption on the Titan fight. Play an imp, play the bomb, play another imp. That's 3 units in front, blocking shots, blocking corruption. Kill all imps, deal 20 damage per imp to all enemy units. We don't need it. I think we'll take Imp Parade. Not a lot of health on you, but you are good still. We can make 1 card cheap. Okay, maybe not. I have 6 spells in my deck. We've added 2. Ascend and Important Work. I mean, Spell Chain Important Work slaps. Better Hornbreak, I guess? Making cards free, making cards exhaust is nice. Like, I wouldn't mind this Hornbreak consuming. We can start playing this one. There's a reason we have a good one in the deck. Intrinsic and -1. It's not holdover. Is there another Merchant of Magic? Nope. So these are the upgrades we get. So Intrinsic on... We don't need Important Work because we don't have the ability to play it on Intrinsic. Resin Removal, is there ever a time when we care? Probably not. Hornbreak, we can put it in hand and start scaling it, but it's unnecessary. Making cards cheap is still nice. Like, 1 Intrinsic Resin Removal is fine, just don't play it, it'll shuffle. But then it's free to play. This is not ideal. Could also come here, see what we get. I doubt we're gonna get a spell, but you never know. 15 damage on the top floor. Spells cost -1 middle floor. Slay +1 equipment, 20 damage. I don't have spells that I'm playing on the middle floor that I care about. I have 6 spells in the deck. So I don't think we need Spell Sanctum. Fight Club, maybe? Like we could just put our big units up there, they get a bonus damage. It's not a lot. You know, that's nice. More capacity on 1 floor, more units down. Okay, okay, I'll take it. Luxmer says, my first run with Madame Lion's Mane started with a Spore Launcher. So good. Sounds like a fun run. Let's make this free. That way it won't get hit by the liquor. Sure, heal the Pyre. And we don't need anything else to consume. So Purge, I could Purge Hornbreak. We don't really need the consume, Piercing. We don't really need the damage. I might go to Merchant of Steel, still try to look for an Endless on Transcendent. But Merchant of Arms, we haven't really been dealing with equipment. Haven't needed it too much. Haven't needed the bomb. Bomb has been useless. We don't need the damage. And I know we upgraded this to consume, I just don't think we need it. We don't need the Molting Imp, dump that one. It's a unit, but I still would rather not even draw it. Okay, that's fair. Okay. Big Win, welcome. I credit you for leading me to some awesome games, Gungeon, Dead Cells, and a few others. Recently got into Monster Train 2. I mean, I like roguelites. I like them in general. I like them, I love them. I want some more of them. Enemy units appear in each floor, 600 gold, 12-1. See, this is where it might be a little bit tough keeping your units alive top floor. But for 600 gold, it's probably worth the attempt. Like, it's gonna be, I think, 4 of them. So 12-12, 12-12-12 kills the queen, 12 hits the brute. But maybe we'll just do something different. Like, we could put top floor as Dante. Find a clip of Abe complaining about too many roguelites and not wanting to play any anymore. Sometimes you're not in the mood. But Gungeon, Dead Cells, and Monster Train 2, you know, that's spanning a decade. And they are some of the best roguelites. Maybe not top 3, maybe not even top 10, but 9 out of 10 or above, I would say. $12-1. 12-1. I mean, that's why we have tanks. The silence is annoying, but that's actually not horrible. So because we have more energy, I might not queen on the same floor as these guys, which makes the Steelworker, I think, the best play, because he does have Titanite, so he will survive the first wave. So you go Titanite, money, Deranged Brute. Now the top floor is sorted, it's gonna get the kills and it's gonna survive, I think, because 12-12, 12-12, 24 damage. He gives 6 to everyone, which is actually 12 for himself. That should be okay. Second floor, perhaps we want a Dante, but I think actually we'll just Wickless Baron Queen. Save some kills for these guys, and also you're gonna live. Now, Horned Warrior, do we want to play you or do we want to leave room for an imp here? I don't think we want to play imps here. But I want to let units move up so we can get the money out of them. Maybe we'll not worry about Horned Warrior. I'll just play him down here to kill him. Because all of these 12 HP minions, they're dead when they move up. I got no problem with that. And I love this. Now we have infinite capacity up here. Capacity is not going to be a problem. Let's block some shots, I think, and tank some damage. And then I'm going to actually move you up so that we get 2 kills, and I'm gonna kill you so we're not silenced. We don't need to worry about buffs and debuffs. Spell shield doesn't matter, but I suppose, like, literally we could just do this. Okay, so we're gonna get 60 gold, and we're gonna get 60 gold. And we have +2 capacity on that floor. The imps have a home. They have a home. Big Win says, my favorite clans are Banished and Underlegion. I mean, the mushrooms are overpowered. I love them because they're so overpowered, but they are overpowered. You're living. We want to imp you. Well, if we're getting kills, we could armor, I guess. Like, let's armor, then Impia. Or, yeah, and let's save the Transcendent. If we have to play the Transcendent here, we will get energy to dump this. I do want to dump this, that's very important. So Transcendent can still save the day. We played it anyway, so now we'll wait on it. Let it shuffle. I think I should get rid of the other Horn Break. It is kind of just clogging up that first hand. A lot of stuff is clogging up that first hand, though. You have money. Okay, 280. Is it 380 or 480? 380. That's fine. Unfortunately, nothing's living to make it up here, so the imps are a little bit out of place. But we have so much capacity. I don't see a problem in this. I still think you wait. We could play another Welder Helper. And another Molten Encasement. I know that the imp's up here. I'm not worried about the imp. Kind of just want to, because we have important work. We can kill the imps. That's not a problem. So Votivary is draw. But first we want to play you. We want to important work you. Important work you. Or you, I guess. No, you in the back. Because now we can ascend, we should have done this earlier, but we can ascend the champion and now we get free imps up here. There's 5 units. So I do want Votivary to die. And I want Molten Encasement to die. What a strange setup. You can come out and die. We are able to build up one big floor, but this is not what we want for Titan fights. But up until the Titan fight, this is very interesting. We're really getting through our deck quickly. I didn't get resin removal. I can draw it. So I think I will do that so I can draw it. I need to not be on the silence floor though. There we go. So now we get resin removal and lots of garbage. We get an imp. So I didn't want resin removal. I wanted important work. Oh, I saw the wrong card. I saw gold in my eyes. Lexmer says I'm trying to unlock the old clan so I can see how Luna Coven and Stygian Guard play. Not as like ideal as you would think. Luna Coven already has good damage spells. And Stygian Guard deals more with magic power than, deals more with spell weakness than magic power. I guess they can synergize together, but you probably don't need it. Might be too much. Kind of what I'm thinking. Anyways, imp. Imp. No, bomb. This is not correct. Bomb, it doesn't matter. Bomb. Imp. Votivary. Imp. Play you, and now we'll just end turn. Because this is not the card I thought it was. This is not draw 2. This is kill 1. It's not even that. It's remove buffs and debuffs. I can't talk like ever. I still didn't draw it? Well, there's a lot of imps on this floor. I guess we don't need more rage. More stealth is always nice. I wish there was no unit limit for things like imps and morsels and melting remnant, maybe like tomb units. Like they synergize with each other the more you play, but the 7-unit limit is a little annoying. It's a little annoying. I would say it's a little annoying. I don't know, might as well. All right, you're gonna add garbage to yourself every turn. You're gonna add 15 attack. Doesn't matter, I don't care. How do I still not have the ability to draw this? My deck's so full of garbage. It's so full of curses is what it is. Okay, keep adding stealth. It's the most important thing. Still have this Dante in my hand. Maybe that's part of the problem. Don't really want to incant anything. The Ascend isn't really going to be doing anything either. Luna Awoken to be more fun if you can get the extra draw cards. Yeah, like Luna and then Awoken Hollow Awoken alternate champion with the +1 draw next turn cards. That would be nice. Abso-freaking-lutely. Hey, I can fix this. You're gonna give me draw. I don't need the welder helper. I wanna kill you. I wanna kill you. We got resin removal. We can play the Rage Imp. We can play Molten Encasement, and we've actually set up the floors correctly. And the capacity on the floor is looking nice, looking nice. I mean, I want to. There's no need to. There's no need to. Don't play. Just play this. Play this. Play the Votivary. Play the Molten Encasement to get 5 gold and turn. So Horn Break, currently doing 300 damage. Not bad. You can't see me. Get out of here. Get out of here. We have another 1,300 gold. We have more money here than we did on the run in which we were playing the Pyre-blooded Dragon Clan, and we had the Dragon Lady, and we had the Avarice play from her. We have more money on this run thanks to Memorial Fund and the best decision I made, Paraffin Thug. Return a consume spell to your hand. Nope, I don't care about what I'm playing. Skip. Form a unit, don't care. Kill units, hell no. Resin removal, I have 2. Merchant of Arms has the duplicator. That's what I'm thinking. I would love to duplicate. Well, nothing, actually. Now that I think about it, I have nothing that I need. So we'll probably go Merchant of Steel. It would be really nice to get another Endless on a Transcendent otherwise. It's literally you. There's card removal, there's health. I guess Duplicator, important work would be real fun. To get even more imp sacrificing and draw. The question is, like, what are we drawing, right? Because it seems like we just keep drawing the same blights over and over again. So we play this to draw. We draw Hidden Passage, Horn Break if we didn't play it, and Resin Removal. We're not going infinite off of that, but it's also not worth it, I don't think. Like, we don't need another draw card. I think you just look for a Merchant of Steel upgrade. Get some Pyre health. Remove some garbage. We're looking for Endless. Buy some relics. That's the run. Gain 5 energy when a tomb unit dies. Energy is now no longer a problem, period. Armor 5, armor 10. Apply Endless to the first friendly unit played each turn. We have Endless Transcendence now. We don't need Resin block, but we have Endless Transcendence. We can play them and kill them every turn. Hell yeah. Now Endless, so Endless, can it apply to a cardless card? Oh, you know what? Hold on. I think I'm misunderstanding something. Am I finally understanding why it's phrased like this? When this unit dies or is eaten, return its card to the top of the draw pile. Hold on. Is it cardless? Is that what it is? I don't have the pop-up for cardless. The one thing that this game needs is a dictionary. Can I view a dictionary? No. Okay, I think cardless is what says units that are cardless cannot have endless applied to them. So if we play an imp, it will probably eat the key charge, but then not apply endless. That's my guess. I don't know. Let's still do this. Votavary blocking more shots and then burning out, totally fine. Same thing with the Transcendent, but Votavary, you eat this first. We don't have any more units that care about damage upgrades, so that's all meaningless. Endless, we can put it on our own Transcendent, and we can dualism the other Transcendent. Oh my god. Now, I don't have enough money to remove, but we can still do that here. So we don't need Pyre Chomper, but just to put it into the Endless Imps, I kind of like the idea of it still. And I think I just want to remove, like, Hidden Passage. I just don't care. I want to remove things that we're not playing at this point. We're not playing Hidden Passage. We're also not playing Hornbreak Consume, but it does consume. Thins out the deck a little bit. We don't need both resin removals. We can remove the intrinsic one, probably. A little bit better turn one draw, and I haven't used the Ascend ever, so get out of here. We have a little bit of money, so sure, resin block. I love seeing artifacts off the screen. Oh, right, Corruption 4, not 2. We'll still be fine, because we have the meat shields, which are important, and we can make one unit endless when we play it. We can make the queen endless. For instance, she can function as a temporary tank. I do want the imps immediately, though. It's still worth it. Oh, and we don't need Paraffin Thug here anymore. We can actually play Dante. I don't want to add a candle, though. Not yet. So I think top floor might just be tanks. One, two. I think we're still going to play Deranged Brute, Paraffin Thug. Play Horned Warrior for another attack, but we stack up enough rage quickly enough, especially with the imps. We're going to stack up enough rage fast enough. It's not going to be a problem. 2 dualism endless transcendence is crazy. Oh, you have burnout too. It doesn't matter though. Die. Can I go infinite? You play a Transcendent, you get a whole bunch of energy and whatnot. You play the other Transcendent, you get a whole bunch of energy or whatnot, right? You play Important Work, you draw 1 card. You play Important Work, you draw another card. Let's say you just have 1 imp and nothing in your discard pile, okay? Now let's say you have 1 imp and like Votavary and in your discard pile, right? You play Important Work, you draw the Votavary. If you play Important Work, you can draw Hornbreak. You play the Votavary, you kill your Votavary, you draw your imp, and you draw your Important Work. We can actually go infinite here off of Votavary, Transcendent, and Important Work, and Hornbreak. I don't know why we care. We can, I guess, stack up the damage of Wickless Baron or stack up Rage until we can one-shot a boss. Theoretically possible. That's why I don't want to add more Blights, because if we can go infinite off of the draw, maybe we can do that. That's so weird. Well, let's give it a shot. The first unit that we play is going to be Endless. You know what, Steelworker, in case something... No, Queen. Brute. Steelworker. Thug. I'm stacking up one floor. We'll get capacity when we kill things. Yeah. I'll play you there. You'll be fine. Second floor. I think I want Baron Horned Warrior. Oh, you're not even dying turn one. That's awesome. So, I can keep the queen alive with the meat shield. People are gonna live as they get armor, so this does seem fine. But if she dies due to corruption, I could just replay her. Let's give you the armor. Dump this card, dump this card. I still have the horn break. I guess I'll play it here. Ah, you're gonna add garbage to my deck, but I can play it. I have the energy. Rings of Equalization prevents sap from affecting you, also prevents rage from affecting you, Blexmer. Gotta be careful about that one. Return home, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Hef's Hammer, I will put that on you, because you're gonna get some kills. Then we start the process, and I think we can start it right now. You play an imp. You murder your imp. You play this imp. You play this imp. And then this imp. And then this imp. And you murder an imp. Killing them is fine. We got some draw. It's not really the draw I'm looking for, but that's okay. You can take this. Next turn, we will get the top floor functioning. Move to the bottom. You idiot. There's nothing down there, dummy. We're not getting any capacity. I think I made a mistake with the queen up here. We obviously don't need the energy, but I need the capacity to play things. Honestly, we should play on the bottom. I'm just gonna restart it, play on the bottom, just because it's gonna be annoying having to fiddle with everything. If I just start at the bottom, we'll be fine. You can have endless. You can protect the queen. You do damage. You do damage. I like to have some room up there. Play the Horn Warrior there. This is just gonna be so much easier, then I don't have to worry. Yeah, I don't even have to play this. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Then we get capacity immediately. You already have a meat shield. Put it on you. I guess I could put the meat shield on you, even though you're probably gonna die. Keeps you living for a little bit longer, and then imp. Imp. Important work. Important work. Imp. Is this worse draw? How did this draw happen? I don't know. Just play an imp. You're living, which is strange. Play an imp up here. Oh, right, because I played... The first imp had endless, so it came back. That's what was going on there. You are not actually endless. You're endless. One imp is fine, but not what I wanted. Okay, so actually, hold on. You're endless. Then we play you. Then we play you. Then we play you. you. Sack you. Draw you immediately. Ah, there's no room. And now you're not endless anymore. I see the problem. I'm not gonna go back in time one more though. I think I'm okay there. I'm getting it though. I'm getting it. We can't murder the endless imp from the key because then it won't be endless. Oh, you're... Oh my god, I'm just realizing something else. These are not cardless imps. They are carded imps. Because the card goes in your hand, it's just not a permanent copy of the card. Oh my god. This game, man, is every time I play, it's got a new level of jank and jerk. Okay, you go there. We can play Molten Encasement. We should play the Votivary, who's gonna burn out. We should play a Rage Imp. Who did I make endless? Pyre Chomper? That's not what I intended. Oh my god, every time, man, I just really have to pay more attention to what I'm doing there. Okay, floor has cleaned itself out pretty nicely though. Okay. The first card will be endless. The endless imp is still there, and I can't draw it. So we can't make that unit endless. I don't want to make anything endless that's not already endless. So let's play Molten Encasement. And then behind it, the Transcendent, which is real endless. And we can dump that, we can dump that. It's not the turn that we wanted. We can play a Fledgling Imp. We can't play the Armor Imp down there. We can play an Armor Imp here, but I don't really care about that floor. I guess we're just gonna have Imp floor. It's always fun when you do a run and you're on Imp floor rules. Dante is still in my hand. New level of, oh, you didn't realize it. It's just, there's a lot of mechanics. I really thought that these would be cardless, but it's, of course they're not cardless. They're cards in my hand. We do have important work. First card will be endless. So that's Transcendent. Where's the other Transcendent? You're still here? Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need to play a bunch of garbage. And we need to play the Votivary. So then we can play Molten Encasement. Important work, an Endless Imp. Important work, an Endless Imp. Don't play the Burnout one because I've already played a bunch of cards, but then we can Endless Imp. Now we have 118 Rage. Clear the debuffs, play this. Last 3 cards are curses anyways. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to go endless. Maybe there is a way of going endless in here, I'm just not seeing it. But we don't need it. I mean, I have 4,000 damage on the floor. If only these guys weren't here. So Burnout Imp, I like it. Votivary, I love it. Molten Encasement, I accept it. And we can just dump this, and this, and this. And there's no more unit capacity down there. There's no more unit capacity there. All right. If only we had Trample. Dunk, 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 dunk. All right, so I would like to draw those imps. Play this. Draw one imp. Which one is the burnout one? The one in the front. Conveniently has burnout on it. Now you're endless. And now I'll draw this one. I can play this one. Ideally, I think I would like to have 2 endless imps instead of one of them being burnout and making them endless with the key. That would probably help with the possibility of going endless. You have 21 energy. I also have 258 rage, and my units are doing 1,300 damage. Loving that. Oh, I can't draw. It's right there. Whatever. I guess I can literally draw. Hold on. Thank you. She's already endless. By the way, Tia. There, our imp tank with the 485 armor. Each unit behind doing 2,000 damage times 3. Sorry, you have buffs? No, you don't. My garbage imp floor, and then Dante. Still haven't played him. Times 2. I have a times 3 in here, doing 1,900 damage. Okay, so the only thing that matters is making sure the Pyre doesn't die, and we have full health. We will be fine. Question, what floor do we start on? I'm thinking bottom. I don't think we'll have a hard time keeping our units alive after 1 turn of draw. We'll go bottom, middle, and then on the top floor, we'll have that be the garbage imp floor, I think. For endless, I do want to make sure that I think Steelworker is still endless because he is a tank down here, but he's also temporary. After 1 turn, we get imps, and then we should be fine. I'd love to see endless. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. This is ending up being a bit of a longer run than I expected it to be. I wish I could come back and do an endless run, but once you complete the run, you're done, unfortunately. So endless, it literally only matters for tanks. I think I want Steelworker to be endless. So it's gonna be Steelworker. Okay, he does get the benefit of the key. Deranged Brute. As much as I want a Horned Warrior down here, I think I want the capacity. We could Dante, and if there's a time to Dante, it's gotta be now. But the damage down here has been totally fine. We might want a Dante here on a mini garbage floor so that we have more damage for later parts of the floor. Not like we need it, but I want to have 2 capacity slots here for imps and booms. We don't need imps and booms, though. I just care about damage immediately. So you know what? Dante does come down. Yeah. He is a 68 times 6, which is goddamn hilarious. Wickless Baron. The Queen. You can put a Paraffin Thug behind them. And then top floor is going to be garbage imp floor. And we did get the Dante's Candle immediately, which sucks. The Transcendent is going to add candles. It doesn't matter when we get endless units, but that is really funny. Okay, I don't want to play this imp right now. I want to wait on it. But that is real funny. Okay, we got to be careful about that. We're gonna have another deck of 18,000 Dante's Candles. Dante must die. No, Dante's already come out. All right, so we can imp. And blow up the imp. Right, you were endless. Fair point, fair point. Should have probably, nah, should not have played this one. We hadn't charged this imp yet. We're gonna play another imp. We're gonna blow it up. It's not endless this time. Got a Horned Warrior. We're gonna play a Welder Helper in the front to tank corruption and damage. Molten Encasement down here will tank the corruption. Extinguished Death will still hit the Steelworker, I think, but he should be fine. Do damage. Dump this. Get an Endless Imp out, I guess. Like, why not? There's another Dante's Candle added to the deck. It gets added to the draw pile too, huh? That's annoying. Lexmer says Abe should have done Madame Lionheart to get the debuff Pyre Heart unlocked. Yeah, probably. You ended up getting 7,000 statuses applied. My god, Lexmer, that's a lot. It sounds like a good run. Okay, first gets endless. I don't want any of these to be endless. So you protect the floor. You can take an armor imp. You can take energy, and you can take rage. Now we have capacity on the floor. Just goom, 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 goom. Floor capacity, floor capacity, floor capacity, floor capacity, floor capacity. If I can prevent you from dying, I'll give you a meat shield. I got a problem with that. Hornbreak can help kill this guy faster. I'll play it. Does have piercing on it. We want to play this. I don't want any of these units to be endless that are not already endless, so we will just put down a Transcendent first, I think. I mean, Transcendent applies armor to the front, right? Should put it in the back then. It's a lot more rage, holy hell. Why are you dying? Why are you dying? Oh, you're not stealthed. You're taking 23 damage. Understand. It's actually perfect. I can play my imps at the back to apply armor to the front. I didn't think about that. That's so much better. Hell yeah, brother. And the Votavary is a really good unit to put health on. They're an infinite, endless tank that doesn't interrupt your card draw or cost energy. She's eating the corruption. She's a great unit. She's fantastic. I love her. All right, he's already dead, which is hilarious. You're getting close. Literally, it's just time. Meat shield. Nobody needs a meat shield, except for you. Now, units. Don't want any of these to be endless. Transcend him. You know, this floor doesn't need any more. Let's transcend him up here, maybe. And then we can even Molten Encasement up in. No, we can't. Never mind. You know what? That's fine. You will be okay. I'll play more there later, I suppose. Resin removal. I would like to remove your 5 rage. And then all of this sap and corruption. Resin removal is such a good card for the Titan fight. It's busted. Busted, busted, busted. And it makes me feel good. taking 125. Still gonna be a while until we can kill you. I love having all of these Dante's candles all of a sudden. My deck is 4 of them. Ugh. I have to wait until I can draw something else to get rid of the Transcendent. Kind of screw that one up a little bit, but we'll be okay. Man, even this guy's living on the garbage floor. That was easy. Didn't think it would be that easy to keep him alive, but we're just putting garbage imps in front and they just can't do any damage because the corruption doesn't apply to him. Turns out, you know what I like about this fight? I keep playing it and it keeps getting better because I'm understanding some of the mechanics a little bit more. Like, the fact that the corruption applies before the enemy's attack mean that you can put sacrificial units in front, like morsels or imps. It makes them way more valuable. We have a bit of a warped idea of what's valuable on this run just because of the Transcendent plays that we have and the endlessness, but the imps are better. Transcendent is duplicating his trigger. One of the most fun Transcendent synergies is the Awoken Hollow tanks that gain 60 max health. That'll apply to the imp. You can have 1,000 HP imp by duplicating the Awoken Hollow summon triggers. We finally unlocked One Horn's Tome. Ah. See, I've definitely seen this on non-dimensional portal challenge runs. It's just been from the historian, I think. Wickless recruitment, remove burnouts and debuffs. Card mastery, including the hammer. Hey, the tome's back, baby. And we finally have a win with the Hellhorn. Surprisingly, it's with the Queen. I'm not sure how I feel about her, but I will admit that the Rage seems more valuable here because of the units and the upgrades that you can get and the fact that you get more Rage out of them. I think it was Rage 3 for those imps previously, which was a lot worse. But I think it's better. The most money we've ever earned. We had infinite cash, and that was a great run. Paraffin Thug got the ball rolling on the cash early, and we were engineering kills with him. Whenever we knew that a fight was safe, it was like, okay, this boss is no problem, let's engineer the Paraffin Thug. For example, the Reanimate boss. We killed him like 16 times to get almost, what was it, like 500 gold out of that? That's great. It's fantastic. Paraffin Thug was fantastic. But then we picked up Gurg's Goad, and then this guy just multi-struck himself to victory. He could solo the bosses at the end. Fantastic run. Nothing beats Transcendent with 100 multi-strike. Ah, yes! With the... Well, what summons multi-strike? Because I know that Transcendent can give you the capacity from the Umbra Champion. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do Endless. This run has gone on too long. What else gives you on summon multi-strike? Hold on. No, summon. So you could have it draw equipment. You could have it gain 10/10 for each egg. You could have it phase the moon, apply decay, apply sap, give rage, consume spells to your hand, deal damage to enemy units, gain energy, deal damage to the front enemy unit, apply armor, gain max health, add a candle, the Dante trigger was giving a multi-strike? Really? I was not paying attention. Okay, that's also fair. I didn't expect that. Is that how it worked in Monster Train 1? I thought the multi-strike was a secondary trigger that was not attached to summon, but I might be thinking of something else. It's the reason why Transcendent, you'll notice it says when played instead of on summon, like the other units. It's so that Transcendent can't trigger the effect of Transcendent multiple times. This is not a summon effect, it's just a different type of pseudo summon effect on the card, but Transcendent cannot copy the Transcendent. And it's the only one that has when played in the title, because otherwise you could get infinite Transcendent usages out of it. But I thought there was another card in Monster Train 1 that similarly set apart different like summon triggers so that it wouldn't affect Transcendent. I thought it was Dante. I might also be completely making this up. But yeah, I guess you could have multi-strike Imp with Dante. What a fun run though, and for now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel at the various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train 2.